British autumns ain't got nothing on America. Autumn's round the corner, so really interested to see what we got with this video, see why autumn's so different and so better in America than the UK. Before we do get into this, appreciate if you guys can hit that subscribe button. Let's see what we got.
All I can think of is soggy, wet leaves on the ground.
Okay. We have that in the UK as well.
Hello, I'm Lawrence, and I'm on a quest to uncover all of the memos that Britain and America lost in the pond. And one of those memos pertains to the seasons. And since we're now into the throes of October, what better time to discuss the season, known here in the United States as fall, or in the United States and Britain as autumn.
Oh, okay.
Autumn. Is it any?
Oh, wait, yeah, I forgot about that. We say autumn and you guys say fall. Okay, yeah. That's difference number one.
Any wonder that it sounds like the word awesome, because it's my favourite season out of all of them.
Okay.
And that was even true when I lived in Britain. But today I want to talk about how British autumns have nothing on those of the United States. When I first moved here 11 years ago, I've said that many times recently, I moved to Indiana. And I didn't just move to Indiana, I moved to Indiana.
Yo, the biggest difference I can think of already is how you guys do Halloween. So American fall and UK autumn, Halloween's like the biggest event, right? Is that any bigger? No, Halloween's definitely the biggest event. But from what I've seen of you Americans in Halloween, you guys go big over there. Like we obviously do decorations and do stuff for it, but you guys just go that next level higher.
Well, just a little bit after the month we're currently in, i.e. November. The leaves had fallen from the trees, and I'm going to give up poetry now. And I was tasked with my first ever job in the United States. My in-laws had me clean up all of the leaves that were spread around the garden, or I should say yard. And that showed that they had a lot of trust in their son-in-law, because if you can trust me with a rake, you can trust me with anything. And the first thing that I noticed while I was doing this is that the leaves in question, dead though they were still a shade of colour that I'd not yet seen before, certainly not in Britain. Now, don't get me wrong, we do have a plethora of different coloured leaves in the United Kingdom. It's just, I don't think...
Well, our leaves go green and then brown. They die. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's on quite the level that I've discovered here in the US. Not only did I do that in preparation for the oncoming winter, which I was not prepared for, but I would then go on to travel down to southern Indiana. Now, anybody that lives in Indiana will be able to tell you this. That part of the state is absolutely stunning at this time of year, because all of the leaves come out. You've got your oranges, your greens, your yellows, your purples. I might have made that one up. And it's just amazing. It's like a picture. It's like something that the famous artist in this country, Bob Ross, would have painted on television. Not literally on the television, that would be graffiti.
Maybe
but on
your
television set, again, while you're watching it. I don't know why I had to explain that. I don't think I did. And when you add that to the fact that the United States, particularly this part of the United States, is replete with pumpkins, you may even see that one there behind me, then you have a very colourful scene at this time of year. I live in the state of Illinois, which is one of the highest producers of pumpkin in this nation, and therefore the world. And from that...
don't you guys in America also go big on pumpkins? Like, you have, like, pumpkin flavour everything?
You know, companies make pumpkin spice lattes.
I've never had pumpkin.
And pumpkin rolls and pumpkin pie.
Oh, you say it now,
and I like looking at those because of the nice orange colour, but you'll never see me eat one, except when I'm forced to by the wife on film here soon. Stay tuned. And I think the reason this particular visual component is so eye-catching to me is I grew up in a land that, at least when I was there, didn't have pumpkins, or at least not en masse. We knew of pumpkins from Return to Oz, but we...
Wait, no, we do have pumpkins. You know about... in the UK, we definitely have pumpkins, and around Halloween, we do a thing called pumpkin picking. Like, you can go and pick your own pumpkins, bro.
I didn't know of them as in the squash that you grow. That has apparently changed since I last lived there, and people more or less live off pumpkins now in the fall, autumn. So it certainly knows how to do it from that scenic...
so we was on about when he was last in the UK, because it was many years ago. Okay, got you. Yeah, pumpkin is becoming more of a thing in the UK, and it definitely is pumpkin flavour things, but I would say there's a crazy lot, and I would say people are living off it. Because I've never even had it.
Point of view, and that's more or less what I'm talking about today, because absent from the autumn calendar, of course, is Bonfire Night, which we love in England, where we take the
Bonfire Night in the UK is pretty much a night where like you just see fireworks and stuff. But the only reason why I love it is because it's like the weather's cold, right? And you get all warm up and you go and get a burger and like a hot drink. Oh, yeah, I like that part. The burger and a hot drink. I couldn't care less about being outside and stuff. You guys know me. I like being in I like just staying right here, man. But yo, going outside and getting a warm burger and bro, it'd be even better in America where you got better food.
Effigy of somebody that tried to burn down Parliament and throw them onto a fire. So, sounds barbaric.
Wait, is that why it happened?
But it is something that I truly miss about autumn at this time of year. So in that respect alone, America is missing out. But if you go for a drive, not just in Indiana, but I came to find other places in this here United States, you will find picturesque scenes precisely like this one. In fact,
yeah, you don't see anything like this in the UK. This is beautiful, man. Look at this. Never seen anything like it, but other than like pictures and movies and that, but
this one. In fact, I went as far west as Idaho. I dare say they're even further west in the likes of Washington and Portland. I encountered this house in the banks of Lake Coeur d'Alene and proceeded to buy it for $10 million. I'm joking. And of course,
yeah. I know you're joking, bro, because this is cute, but I can never live in a place like this. Ever. It's literally in the middle of the forest, bro. If you're not seeing like Jason the 13, is it Jason 13? I don't know, bro. I have no clue. But we are watching a movie tonight, and I think it's gonna include Jason on my stream. If you guys want to join in, twitch.tv/L3WG. I'm probably live right now as you're seeing this. And we are watching horror movies every night for the next 5 days. So if you guys do want to join in, make sure you do. But yo, this house reminds me of literally a horror, bro. Like, it's just it's in the middle of nowhere. Surrounded by trees. Would you guys live here?
Buy it for $10 million. I'm joking. And of course, on the exact opposite side of the country, on the East Coast, particularly in New England, you do have some dazzling displays of fall foliage. So much so that thousands of people every year gather around with their cameras to take lots of pictures. And that has become such an event. There's now a word for it here in the United States. It's actually unique to North American English, and that is leaf peeping.
What's that?
If there is a better word in any language, much less American English, let me know about it, because I've never heard of one. I love what it stands for. I love the assonance of the word. And, you know, it makes me think of George McFly in Back to the Future.
Okay.
When he's up in the tree with the binoculars. That's, I mean, spying on girls, so it's not as good. Don't be like George McFly, be more like a leaf peeper. But one more thing to say about this, you know, when I grew up in Britain and, you know, enjoyed or tried to enjoy the autumns there, one thing really stands out to me in my memory, and it could be one of those false memories that you hear about. All I can think of is soggy, wet leaves on the ground. Nice. So there's nothing quite as romantic or picturesque about it.
Right, fair enough.
It's almost as if somebody took a leak on the entirety of Britain.
Yo, that's why I said that we have soggy wet leaves in the UK, because I thought he was talking about America. I was like, oh yeah, we got that too, but you guys don't have that. That's just us. Yep, we just got soggy wet leaves on the ground, bro.
And said, here you go, paint that. And that's where watercolours, except that they were faded. You know, it's nothing quite like what you get here.
Yeah,
especially here in Chicago. Not only will I miss, you know, the foliage and all of that, but I will miss, I think, the temperatures. Okay. I love the temperatures at this time of year. They're my favourite kind. They hover between the 50s and the 60s. So you get into November time when they...
Hold on. I should know this by now. 50 degrees F in C. All right, so like 15 Celsius.
Shoot down to the 40s, and then before you know it, it's winter time.
Weather where... I like hoodie weather. Like, you guys see me in hoodies all the time. Like, in the UK, sat in my room when it's like hot and it's like, sometimes it gets a bit too sweaty. You know what I mean? I like weather where I can, like, you know, wrap up, be warm. But do you know what's the best thing about cold weather? Like, not freezing cold. You know what I mean? I don't want to be freezing cold. But do you know what's the best thing about this kind of weather, like autumn, fall weather? Is getting hot drinks and hot food. Bro, because it just hits better. Like the warm just going inside of you, bro, when you're like, oh, that hits so good, bro.
It's not fit for humans anymore. And the other thing is Halloween. Now, of course, we do celebrate Halloween in the UK. Indeed, it evolved out of the nation of Scotland. Okay. But there's a difference between how we celebrate it in the United Kingdom and how they do it here. Here, you've got more choice as to what you can dress up as. You know, when I was growing up, it had to be a monster. You could only be a mummy or Dracula or, I don't know, Frankenstein's monster, right? But here, you can go as absolutely anything. I nearly went to a party one year dressed as a piece of rope until I realised I put on way too much weight that year. So I didn't do it in the end. But this year, the wife and I are going to a Halloween party dressed up as two members of the Swedish pop band ABBA. So we're going to...
No, to be fair though, like in the UK, it's changed a lot now. So like maybe like when he was back in the UK, it was kind of like that. I can imagine that. But like right now, like you could just, you could be anything. You could be someone from a movie, from a TV show, a monster. You could be a pop band, like you said, bro. Like, you don't necessarily have to be like a Halloween monster type person.
Call ourselves
You could be anything now.
Even though we don't have any. And speaking of holidays, there is one final reason why autumn is one of my favourite times of the year, and that is because it begins the building to Christmas. But in the United States...
The best thing ever. Christmas, hands down, is the best holiday ever, bro. Like, it's just so good. So good. Like the fact, like, you're spending all the time with the family during the week. You're doing things beforehand, going to like very cute places, seeing lights and stuff like that, going out for food, and then buying presents for people. That's always fun. Giving them, receiving them. The day you're having food. Oh, it's just so good, bro. It's just such a good family event, bro. So nice.
States, of course,
love it.
Betwixt Halloween and Christmas Day itself, you have one other holiday, which is my favourite in the United States, and that is Thanksgiving, and that's also why I piled on the pounds.
You know what? This is the one event in America that I actually wish that we had in the UK, because you guys show me your food all the time, and it looks so good. It's basically like another Christmas. Like, you have all the family over, you have a big dinner. Bro, I wish we had something like that in the UK as well.
The mere existence of Thanksgiving and all of the turkey and giblets, whatever they are, make up for the lack of Bonfire Night.
Right,
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram.
That was really good, though. America's fall compared to British autumns do seem much better. But listen, they're both kind of good in their own different ways. I'm sure a lot of you guys would like to experience British autumn, or maybe not. But yo, good video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you leave a thumbs up, subscribe for more content. I'm live every single day on twitch.tv/L3WG. Literally live right now as you're watching this. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.